my gosh.
This video, you guys, is all about diagramming sentences. You guys have a diagramming sentence quiz this Thursday. Your diagramming quiz is actually way easier than some of the worksheets that are in this packet, but I wanted to go over from the very simple to very complicated examples of how to diagram a sentence. I actually love diagramming sentences because I love language and I love writing, and this breaks writing down into all the parts of speech that we talked about all year long. So I want to show you the very simple sentence of how to diagram it, okay? Okay, here's the sentence. The sentence is, Sarah sang in the choir. So the first thing that you need to do is, who is the subject in the sentence? The subject is the who or what that the sentence is about. So who is doing the action? It is Sarah. So you're going to underline Sarah once. Then you're going to decide what is the predicate. The predicate is what the subject is doing. And this person, Sarah, is singing. So we're going to underline singing twice. Now, since this is just simple diagramming, all you have to do is put the subject in the first space and the predicate in the second space, and it's divided by a line here. So we're going to put Sarah as the subject and sing as the predicate. That's really easy. There's a bunch like that on your grammar quiz. The next sentence is, Paul had been working at Publix. Paul had been working at Publix. Again, who or what is this sentence about? It is about Paul. So Paul gets underlined once, had been working gets underlined twice. Now we can write it on the blanks just like we did the first sentence. Again, this is still just simple diagramming. So we're going to put Paul as the subject, had been working is the predicate, because had been is a helping verb as part of the predicate. So again, this is very simple diagramming. But you actually, guys, have some complicated diagramming sentences on your packet. So I just wanted to go over those today so you guys understood those as well. Okay, so let's do one of those kind of complicated ones. So sometimes you can have two subjects and two verbs. In that case, you get to do something really fun that I used to love in school called the rocket ship. Now, I highly suggest when you're doing diagramming sentences to use different colors. I would use maybe a red marker or red pen, or a red colored pencil for the subject, and maybe blue for the predicate. It's much easier if you use colors and you color code everything. But maybe there's a sentence that says, James and Charles went shopping. James and Charles went shopping. So if that's the case, you are gonna have two subjects because it's both James and Charles. So you're gonna make a rocket ship, and you're gonna put James on the top and Charles on the bottom, and you're gonna put the word and in the middle. Let me show you what that looks like. This is what it would look like. James and Charles are both the subject, and since you can't put two names on one line, you make a little rocket ship. Then you still have the line to separate the predicate or the verb, and then you're gonna write went shopping is the verb. That's what they did. So this is what that diagramming would look like. Okay, what if you had two verbs or two predicates? It might be something like this. Kendall sang and danced at her party. Kendall sang and danced at her party. So we only have one subject this time, which is Kendall. So I'm going to write Kendall on the subject spot. Then I'm still going to put my line for the predicate. And now we're going to, there's two things that she did. She both sang and she danced. So it's gonna look like this. Kendall sang and danced. Now the rocket ship goes over here because there's two verbs or two predicates. Now there's some really complicated ones in your packet. I keep telling you guys this, but now let me show you one, okay? Let me show you the first one here. Okay. The sentence is, there flew a hawk. They're really trying to trick you up with this one. There flew a hawk. So what is the subject? Who or what is doing something in the sentence? Well, it's the hawk. The hawk is actually doing something, even though it's not at the beginning of the sentence, it's still the subject, it's still doing something, it's still flying. So the hawk goes right here, flew goes over here. So we did the word hawk and we did the word flew. There's two words left, there and a. A goes underneath the hawk because it describes the hawk, and there goes up here. It's like an adverb. It's like where, there, and this is what it looks like. There goes up here, hawk flew. What kind of hawk? A hawk. So when you see the diagramming sentences on your packet that look like that, that's how you do those. Okay, there's one more that's a little bit complicated in your packet that I want to show you guys, okay? It is this one. It talks about indirect objects and direct objects. So I'm going to draw it out for you. Okay, and the sentence is, Dr. Brown brought Dad medicine. The doctor brought the dad medicine. So this is what the diagram looks like. This is kind of complicated. I think the first thing's still going to be easy for you guys. Who is doing something in the sentence? The doctor, Dr. Brown, that's the subject. So we're going to put Dr. Brown over here. We can cross his name off now. What did he do? He brought something. So that's also easy. Brought still goes right here as the predicate. Cross that off. What did he bring? That's the next thing. What did he bring? He brought medicine. We're going to write medicine right here. And the last thing is the indirect object. Who did he bring the medicine to? He brought it to the dad. So the dad kind of goes over here underneath the word medicine. Dr. Brown brought medicine to who? The dad. Okay? Diagramming sentences is really fun. To kind of help make it a little bit more fun, you can give your parents a sentence and see if they can diagram it. You can make your actual rocket ships look like a rocket ship. You can use different colors for different parts of speech. I would actually do this entire worksheet with markers if you can. I know sometimes markers bleed from one page to the next, but if they don't, use markers. That way just make it more fun. I love diagramming sentences. I wish we were in the class we could diagram sentences together. Bye everyone.